I was totally in disbelief because after 10 months of being in pain and not having anybody being able to even hint at the problem, I have some kid who's in chiropractic college who's never really treated a patient without being observed by another doctor telling me, looking me right in the eye with great confidence, saying, this is what's wrong with you and I could fix it.
There are some 10,000 codes in Medicare for different medical procedures that are performed throughout the entire spectrum of healthcare. Doctors of chiropractic are covered for 3.
Putting your child on 5 medications by the age of 4 is accepted. That's crazy. Oliver was born 5 weeks early. He had a little tiny hole in his heart.
I'll never forget what they said to us. Your son is very sick. And to hear somebody tell you those words when you see him with all the tubes and everything. And they told us that at best that he was just going to be severely developmentally delayed.
So they told us, you got to keep him on phenobarbital, but we knew what those drugs did to people. They didn't allow for this. Medicine is the fire department. And if your house is on fire, you're going to call the fire department. And they're going to show up with axes and hoses. And axes and hoses are drugs and surgery. Well, now you call the carpenter, now you call the carpet guy, now you call the drywall, the painter, the reparative process. And that's chiropractic. If chiropractic, nutrition, and all of those natural things don't work, and then you need drugs and surgery, that should be our mindset.
It is now so pervasive by the advertisements that it is not a question in the mind of the consumer, should I take a drug or not? It's which drug should I take?
Any gimmick possible to keep the public unaware.
Oliver's bill at the hospital for all that they did was over $1 million. If we continue with what they do, Oliver would have become a lifelong customer of that business.
It's a business. They're in the business of making profit.
One day I got the call from one of my brothers who was a chiropractor. We have received some documents that said the purpose of the AMA was to first contain and then eliminate the profession of chiropractic.
The Wilkes suit basically identified the fact that they did do things that were illegal, almost despicable as far as I'm concerned.
Throughout the trial, it became very apparent to me the AMA really didn't care about the welfare of the patient. It turned out to be my midlife crisis. It lasted 15 years. Ultimately, we were victorious.
The culture is gotta shift. It is shifting, it's happening.
It takes a generational change to create a new environment.
The crisis is not that we don't have enough doctors. The crisis is that we don't recognize how to fix the problem, which is in prevention.
We have to eat, move, and think in ways that are homeostatic based on our genetic requirements in order for us to express homeostatic cell function.
People don't need medications. What they need is to learn to take care of their health, starting with proper nutrition and all of the things found in nature, like natural herbs, vitamins. Everything we need for our bodies to stay healthy is in nature.
The diagnosis that they had given enviral meningitis, what the medical community doesn't know is that there are plenty of things on this earth that are designed to help your body defeat a virus, and they don't make it in a pharmacy. The nutritional supplement that he gave him to help kill the virus was olive leaf, the leaves of an olive tree ground up. He started improving, and within 3 weeks he had been taken off life support, off the feeding tube, was doing all of those basic functions by himself, and he started regaining use of his hands.
Natural healthy medicine is probably the best thing that could exist, and you start to take stuff like turmeric, which is a natural way to get rid of any inflammation. Well, we need to be taking that regularly as you get older, but there's all these things to do, and we've got to work on our own health.
We've really gotten away from understanding our body's innate ability to heal. The human body is amazing. Our immune systems are amazing. We can heal ourselves, especially under the right conditions.
Whether it's overweight, diabetes, high cholesterol, hypertension, it comes from their diet being off.
Our diets are terrible. Every time we're not feeding ourselves the nutrients we require, or we're ingesting toxins in our food and the dyes and the pesticides and the herbicides, we are sick with chronic illness because of lifestyle. And it's not possible to correct the lifestyle problem with a drug or surgery or radiation. You just can't fix a problem that's nutritionally caused with a pill.
There's always more to healing than what we allow there to be in a scientific community.
The spectrum of healing is infinite, it's not finite. We got 100 trillion cells here that are dedicated to having what is called homeostasis. That means balance, that means equilibrium.
We understand genetically, we're programmed, that all our cells understand that if we want to express health, we have to be living in a healthy environment. It's about getting people to understand the truth and to actually have a belief system that says that's really going to make their life better.
So you want to drive through medicine, you want that instant cure, you want that magic bullet, okay? No disease, no disorder, no ailments, no lack of wellness starts overnight. You don't catch a cold, you earn the cold.
If you go to your yearly physician visit and the answer is your blood pressure's okay, your sugar's okay, and your cholesterol's okay, go get your colonoscopy and your pap smear. That's not health care. That's risk management.
It starts to become a choice of what do I really want when all is said and done. Do I want the cake? Do I want my grandchildren? Or do I want to be selfish and eat what I want when I want it, regardless of what it does to me?
It was a real eye-opener that what you eat, what you put in that mouth, is going to have an effect on your body. And we only have one, we need to take care of it.
He said, you have this issue, your son has this issue, your mom has this issue, and your grandfather has this issue. This is in your genes. You just have to get used to these medications.
I think the biggest word that I feel now that I never had my whole life was empowerment. I was in control. I am empowered to be responsible for my health, and I know that. And because I know that, I feel compelled to pay that forward.
Talk about least aggressive therapies. I mean, rosemary, you know?
I cannot say enough good about Nature's Sunshine and how they changed my life. It's the only thing that's worked for me in 15 years. So,
cooperation and integration are really the key. How does that change? It changes one funeral at a time.